So sometimes with skiing, despite your best intentions, the reality of it just does not match up with the expectation. This is the end of season. This is mid-April. I've had such big expectations for this trip. In fact, I planned this trip right at the beginning of the season, and here we are, one of France's premier ski areas, Alpe d'Huez. They've recorded the worst snowfall in March on record, which has resulted in an April season which is looking really thin at the moment. So there's two main reasons why I picked Alpe d'Huez for our late season ski trip. Firstly, I want to discover if the reputation that it has for late season skiing is actually correct. I want to see what type of skiing is available. And at first glance, I'm quite concerned. I'll reserve my opinion until I have had a look at the higher altitudes that it offers. And secondly, Alpe d'Huez has a real reputation as a bit of a party town. So for a family with small children, this is a bit concerning for me. And I just want to see if this is actually a good resort for children. So we've got the family here this week. We're here for a few days. We're going to take it easy, have some fun. I'm going to try and find some good runs. So let's go. So I'm just here at the debutante training area of Alpe d'Huez. I've been spending an unusual amount of time here this trip because my son's actually enrolled into the first level Pew Pew club. So it's been wonderful to see them progress. I think from the ages of about 2, they offer what they call the Pew Pew club. So it's kind of an annual week for the children to learn in a group. It's fairly affordable, and it's 6 or 7 days of lessons. It's a good way for the children to go up on the snow and just enjoy themselves. That's an ESF person right there. This section of the ski area, this is the snow front, is absolutely the worst effect by the lack of snow at this time of the season. In fact, the debutante slope was so badly damaged that I noticed them driving in trucks and trucks and trucks of snow from the far side of the ski area, and actually using that overnight with a snowplow to repair the slope, just so that the classes can continue and so that the beginners can continue. It's crucial for them to keep this section open. It's also one of the main cut-throughs from the far side of the ski area back down to the Marmots lift, so it's kind of an important stretch, this. Yeah, so within 5 minutes of being here, we're just surrounded by loud music, bars. Kind of expected that, to be honest. It's not even 6 o'clock in the evening. Somehow the ice rink is not melting. Today is a bit of a family day. We're going to take the kids up to the Pic Blanc viewing point. This is the highest viewing point in Alpe d'Huez. It's at 3,300 meters. They have a fantastic cable car system that you can take up all the different levels. There's 2 different cable cars, 3 different stops. You can actually ski from all 3 different stops, including the top. So we just arrived at Pic Blanc 2, where we have to get the last cable car up to the very top. This is 2,700 meters. It's a bit crammed in this one. It's pretty bonkers, but you can just about make out the peak of Mont Blanc from here in Alpe d'Huez, just right here around the corner. It's incredible. The thing that kind of stands out for me when I'm up here is that there's so much snow in the French Alps. It's such a snow-rich area, and the places that I normally ski where climate change is a real problem, that just doesn't seem to be an issue here, and it just doesn't seem to be part of the dialogue when you're in places like this where there's so much snow, which I understand, but back on the cable car. So we're back at Pic Blanc 2 at 2,700 meters. It was quite an experience going up there. I'm really surprised at how many people are skiing from up there, given that it's just black runs, young kids, families. So the French are hardcore about skiing, that's all I can say. Right. Just getting the first run out of the way. The lower section here, I can already tell everything from about 2,000 meters down to base at 1,800. At the moment in the morning, it's just rock hard, very icy. You have basically the snow melting throughout the day and then refreezing overnight. So I'm not sure if you just saw the sign there. It said snow conditions hard. That's a polite way of saying it's very icy. So this is the first stop on the Pic Blanc gondola, 2,100 meters. Some really lovely green runs that run from here all the way down back to the gondola and back to the main station. So this is a fantastic place for beginners. We'll give it an hour or two, maybe have a coffee, give the snow a little chance to melt and to soften. So you can just about see behind me the village of Alpe d'Huez. The history of Alpe d'Huez dates back to the early 1920s. In fact, it's one of the oldest commercialized ski areas in the whole of France. It's an absolute monster of a ski area. The skiable terrain is more than 250 kilometers, which as a single ski station actually makes it one of the biggest ski areas in the whole of France. It was only surpassed in size when larger ski areas became more common, such as the Three Valleys, where 3 or 4 ski areas are actually linked together. So as a single station, this is still one of the biggest ski areas in the whole of France. April skiing, Alpe d'Huez, icy conditions, early morning, but very skiable nonetheless. It's actually not that bad. It is only 10 o'clock in the morning though, so I'm straight up here at Pic Blanc 2, which is at 2,700 meters. Going to see if the snow is a little bit better from up here. So in the mornings, I like to stick to the outside of the pistes. There's just more texture there. It's probably got to do with how they are plowed at night, but a bit more enjoyable. So, wow, this view. So I'm just approaching the top of the Marmot 1 lift again. I'm going to go to the far side of the village and just see what it's like to actually ski all the way down to Alps 1800 on the far side where there's the least snow. I've got the perfect skis on at the moment for this terrain. I mean, it is the 4 seasons. You're doing a run from the top and you're skiing different types of snow every 5 seconds. I mean, if the snow's already this cooked at 11 AM down here, you can only imagine what it's going to be like this afternoon. I'll actually find out because I have to go pick up my boy from the Pew Pew Club around 4 PM, so I'm going to compare it with how it is then. The moment is still doable, it's still fun. This afternoon, let's see. So I'm back down here in the southeasterly corner of the ski area. Most of the ski lifts originate from here actually, especially for beginners. Most of the green runs, etc., the training areas down here as well. Roman lift back up and try and cut across to the Pic Blanc lift again, because high altitude is obviously where I've got to go right now. So if you look at a geo map of Alpe d'Huez, you basically have 3 main skiable areas. The first and the largest is Pic Blanc, which goes up to 3,300 meters. Then on either side of the base village, you have 2 single mounts, which I believe go up to about 2,100 meters. Signal Les Hommes and Signal Hill, which are just straight slalom runs. Back up at 2,700 meters. It's just gone about 12:30 in the morning right now, and yeah, the snow is definitely starting to ease up, starting to melt up. So I prefer this than the hard icy stuff from this morning. It's much more doable, especially on these skis. So I'm going to do the Belvedere run now, which is a red run from up here all the way back down to Pic Blanc. So I'm just about halfway down the Belvedere run, which changes to the Chamois. It's incredible how quickly the snow has changed. Like an hour ago, this was hard, very icy. Now it's already soft and just much more forgiving. So we're heading down to 2,100 meters. So I wonder what this is going to be like by the end of the day. We'll find out. "250 kilometers of slope sounds like a whole lot, but you know, when you have an efficient gondola system like here, you kind of traverse it up and down, crisscross very quickly. I mean, I think the extended villages add a lot of extra kilometers to those runs, going down to respective heights. So the majority of skiing that happens on the Pic Blanc mountain is probably closer to 150 kilometers. So I'm almost back at the bottom again, Pic Blanc. The beginner slopes here are well and truly cooked. It's still fun to ski, but you know, I would say for beginners quite difficult to manage. I'm gonna go up and cross over. My son's class starts at 2 PM, so I want to be there, support him. So it's just after 3 PM. The Folie Douce is doing what it does best, Folie Doucing, warming up. I think everyone's kind of given up on the skiing for the day. They're just warming up a different way now. I just hope that the structural engineers who built that deck, I just really hope that they did their math homework, because there's some bodies bouncing on that. So definitely a little temperature drop here at the top of Marmots too. So it's been a fun day here at Alpe d'Huez. I'm ready to kind of call it a day. I don't think there's much skiing left in it. So my thoughts are that I can see how this is a real skier's paradise in the peak season. You're going to get value for money. You're going to ski kilometers and kilometers of runs. So I can really see why this is such a loved ski station. At the moment in April, I think if you're planning a week ski trip here in April, that's when you got to be careful, because to be honest, there's nothing you're going to achieve here in 6 days of skiing that you might not be able to do in 2. On the other hand, if you're just here for the social, then by all means. So to answer the original questions I had this week, is it skiable here in spring? Absolutely. Is it something you want to do for more than a day or 2? Maybe not. So as far as the party town reputation goes, I get the sense that there's a lot of young people here that are maybe here for the social. It does not put me off the ski station at all, even with children. There's many families here, small kids. I'm really pleased that we've been able to stay here for long enough for my son to complete the first level of the ESF ski club. So that was really our aim for this week, was to just have a good family time. That's my little dude back there. That's my little dude. He's right at the front again. Hello. Yes, Liz. Go, go, go. I'm after you. I'll follow you.